Turn my headphones up. All right. It's 8:15 with the Trap Queen. 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 You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content. Thank you for coming and welcome to the Trap. Okay, you already know what it is. All right. And of course, we are discussing BMF today. All right. No power today. It's all right. Still stars related. But you know, your girl was going through some things, was a little sick. So I appreciate you coming through for this late review. All right. But before we get into everything, I just need you guys to do me a favor. Okay. And make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and yes, share me. Do all the things. Okay. Notification bell should be on. All right. You should know by now if you've been rocking with me in the trap. All right. But I appreciate y'all. And we got to talk about BMF. All right. Because I got some things to say. All right. Well, let's see who was all up in here before I get into everything. We have Daria, DeMarcus, Jeremiah, what's up? Savannah, Eric Iverson, Savannah, Samira. How y'all doing on this hump day? I actually am feeling better, Savannah. Not 100%. I would give it a good 85%. Okay. 85%, but that's good enough for me. Okay. I woke up this morning. I'm blessed. Okay. And it's the first day of Black History Month. I mean, low key, every day is Black History Month. Okay. But you know, your girl had to represent. Okay. You see, I ain't had no dashiki. Okay. But I came through with a little something. Okay. Oh gosh, but yes, I am here. Okay, so I hope y'all ready to discuss BMF. All right, I know y'all probably done heard 5011 reviews, but I don't care. Okay. We got to talk about it. I got to get it out. It's low-key therapy to be discussing what's going on, because a lot of people done pissed me off. Okay. Sorry, you know, got to get hydrated and whatnot. Let's see here. Hey, Lady Virtue. Thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all liking this video. Okay. Do all of the things for your girl. All right. But yes, let's get into it. All right. Oh, Lord. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed at a lot of people. All right. So I do want to discuss, episode 5 was going to, what we should expect and things like that if we have time. But let's get into it. So yes, this episode 4, of course, it starts off with Meech. He in the hospital, okay? They're operating on him, and we already know he's gonna make it, okay? That's the only thing with some of these shows. If it's based on a true story, I mean, we already know some of the details, okay? So he makes it, but everybody in, the family is over there stressed out, okay? Stress. I should say stress with a K. And, in the waiting room, and everybody's all, just trying to figure out if Meech gonna make it, okay? I mean, the hospital staff should know them by heart by now, because Terry was up in there. I don't know what the time jump is, but less than a year, okay? So I know they tired of taking trips to the hospital, all right? Lo and behold, we have Lamar, okay, aka the Beast, rolling up in there in a body bag, because his cousin Alvin, he got the hookup, But yeah, they're low-key downstairs in the morgue, and Lamar's pretty much pretending to be, a corpse. But of course he's there because he has unfinished business. And I'm like, this man, you just got out the hospital, sir. Like, what are we doing here? And this is one of the gripes. I don't want to be too petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty girl, not petty girl. But I'm just saying, these dudes got some hella great recovery. Okay? To be going through the things. This man has a whole bag attached to his hip stomach, if you will. Okay? But he over there with the He-Man strength. Okay? But I guess I'm going to just chill out on some of these details, because of course it's not completely realistic. it's entertainment factors involved, so I'm definitely going to chill out. I do feel and appreciate, a beautiful story when they mixed realism and entertainment. So I'm just gonna have to like just chill out with the realism, okay? Because come on, in real life, bruh, Lamar, you out here with that bag toting, okay? Ciao. Oh Lord, let's see what y'all talking about. Lady Virtue, you said Lamar is a loose cannon. Child. I don't, y'all excuse me. Your girl was trying to get her life together. And I guess the flat iron was too hot. So I almost gonna burn my little edge, child. Ooh, I'm too grown for any marks now. I ain't had no curling iron, flat iron marks, but ooh, the little edge, child. Ooh. It's a little itchy. I know that 450 degrees shouldn't be on that scalp like that. What's up, Brillo? Thank you for coming through. So of course I'm like, Lord, what Lamar gonna do? Okay. So of course, Meech, he wakes up and lo and behold, he turns into Lil Uzi Vert because he has a whole Uzi in his hand, looking like, how this get here? And just in the nick of time, Terry comes in talking about, yo, just in case I wasn't here when you woke up, I wanted you to have some protection. But I'm like, logistically, how would that have worked? Okay. Because one, if you all watched Raising Kanan, we already know Uzis, machine guns, the accuracy ain't all the way there, but I guess you wouldn't care if your life in danger. But yeah, that and one, you got so-called shot / grazed 3 times. Like, can we find something a little lighter? You know what I'm saying? A little easier on the arms. Was that all you could find, Terry? Was that all you could find? Like, you wasn't worried no doctor was gonna see it, the cops was gonna come in, question him. Like, it was a little unrealistic, but I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was fire, okay? But I'm like, come on, son. How realistic is this? Okay. Lamar would have pow-powed you real good before you would have got a shot off. If you was definitely just waking up groggy, okay, under all the meds and whatnot. But I'm a chill. What's up, Detroit? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, definitely needed a different gun. I'm just saying. This Lamar we talking about. Oof, Lamar. All right. So, of course, child. Lamar come 2-stepping in the hallway with the gators on. I'm like, you can tell nobody in that hospital was paying attention. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I never really paid attention to doctor shoes, but I know I'm pretty sure they ain't no doctor rolling down no hospital with no gaiters on, walking with a limp like that. I'm just saying. What are we doing? What are we doing? Gator boots with pimped out Gucci suit. Like we not doing that over here. Y'all doing that, Detroit? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What's realistic, Detroit? Let me know. Let's talk about this. What's realistic? I mean, you would know. You and Brillo would definitely know. So I could always stand corrected. But I'm just saying, y'all like that in Detroit. Oof. Oof. Do I need to visit? I'm just saying. Oh gosh. Oh, you talking about the Gators? I see Samira. She said Gator Cap. Don't get me wrong. I know y'all be fly. But are y'all doctors rolling around seeing folk with the gators? I mean, y'all not worried about the traction of the floor. They be mopping them floors real good. Y'all not worried about the traction of the gator bottom? Come on now. Have y'all had on church shoes before? But I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I understand that, Brillo. I understand it's the Gator capital, but there's a time and a place for everything. Okay. I'm just saying, it's a time and a place. Time and a place, okay? But yes, he goes up to Meech's room. He just takes a whole moment now. Mind you, we in a whole hospital. He takes a whole moment. I should have put the picture up, but he like literally just at the door with the gun like this for like 4-5 seconds. I'm like, ain't nobody seeing this. Ain't nobody seeing this. So he goes in. Of course, Meech and Terry are gone because Terry told him, hey, yo, we not about to have no repeat of no Maserati Rick situation, because of course that's a true story. Maserati Rick, he got, into a situation. He was in the hospital, and yeah, they kind of turned his water off in the hospital. Yeah, I need to read up more on him. I know briefly a little bit about him, but yes, I need to know more about this story, okay? Because it sounds real good, okay? Rest in peace. But the story sounds real good, all right? So him and Terry just hop on out the hospital, okay? And I'm just like, Jesus, okay? So they go to Lori's house, okay? I don't even know, is she baby mama number 1 or 2? Because Monique, she got a terrible 2 babies. So let's say they've been kicking it 3 years. I don't know. I don't know if they're Irish trends or what. I'm gonna just call Lori baby mama number 1, because that's who we was introduced to first. Because this whole Lori and baby thing, Monique and baby thing, yeah, they kind of blew me a little bit. Okay, so we go to Lori's house. She's stressed out. She was like, "Oh, you running from Lamar? Like, why are you up in here? My family is a good tax-paying family. We don't have time to be worried about Lamar popping up." But of course, Meech was like, chill, we got security and whatnot. Don't stress out. So she all mixed of emotions. She's trying to be a nurse aide, but at the same time, she's scared. All right. Meanwhile, B Mickey over there talking about we ain't got no work, we ain't got no money. I'm like, B Mickey, now I understand you got to keep them updated, but what you been doing as a number 2 besides snitching? You all concerned about this number 2 position, but you ain't doing nothing but snitching. But of course, he tells the boss what's going on. Of course, Terry, he's trying to help out. So he's like, hey, we can go ahead and get this work over to Lansing. And, I did a little research. I'm looking at the maps. And Lansing does seem like, in comparison to Detroit, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, Detroiters in the chat, but it seems like it has more, it's a better position in terms of getting to different, highways. I want to say 65. I don't think it was 90, but 65. And it was a couple other highways where you can get to easy to the South, Midwest, to the West. So definitely, Lansing seems like a better position because Detroit is a little more east. So he was like, Lansing, we got schools there. We got, what else we got there? We got, politicians there. Like, we can go ahead and make it happen. B Mickey was like, hold up. I'm supposed to be number 2. Dos. Terry was like, bruh. Like, Terry always checking B Mickey. Like, I don't care what number you think you is. I'm the bro. Like, I'm low-key number 1 too. Like, we twin number 1s up in here, bro. Like, what don't you see about this? Like, B Mickey, like, what do you want to do? Like, he act like he want a position, but he playing in our face. Terry don't care nothing about no numbers when it comes to that. The only numbers he's worried about is the keys and that bread. He don't care about no number, no organization, because he's low-key number 1 too. I'm just saying. Let me see what y'all talking about. Brillo said, I had to get my wife a Joe D jersey. I'm sorry. You gotta, educate me on who Joe D is. Okay. Let's see here. Or you talking about Joe Dumars from Detroit, the jersey Lori had on? Let me know. I think that's who you're talking about. RC, you say you had that jacket B Mickey is wearing in 88 senior year of high school. Okay. Denim jackets is always popping. I mean, I got a few up in the closet as well. Okay. Yes, y'all are talking about Joe Dumars. All right, a little something, bad boys, I'm just saying. So yes. But they haven't, your boy Meech, he's feeling his bro's idea. He was like, yeah, that's gonna work. But okay, now we start talking about the plug. Shout out to Brillo. He got Plug Talk. I think he had it earlier today. He got 11 shows. I can't keep count. But he does have a show talking about Plug Talk. I think actually that's on Tuesdays. Check that out. But yes, we got to figure out what plug we gonna hit up. So Terry was like, boom, all right, if you run out of work, we can go ahead and hit up Big L. Meech was like, bruh, she did, okay. He was like, what? It's like, yeah, your boy K9, he clipped her. All right. He was like, dang, bro, like, come on, can we get a drug dealer newspaper? Like, what are we doing here? Can we get text alerts? Like, I need to be updated. But of course, Terry, you was out the game, bro. You was out the game. What you want him to do? What you want him to do? Okay, you want to be in and out. I mean, you're a real hokey pokey ass Negro up in here. Okay, you put your left foot in, left foot out. Like, you doing too much, Terry. Like, what you want to do? Okay, so he was like, all right, Terry, go to Pat. All right. Just tell him we want to work like old times. He was like, Pat, that ain't my man. That's your man's in them, son. That's your man's. He was like, he not gonna F with me. Meech was like, bro, just trust. He was like, we can go to Boom. Okay, I can get a little in with Boom. He was like, no, we not messing with Boom. Of course, B Mickey, he had to explain himself about his plug. He was talking about he in the win. But I understand. We got a whole lot going on. We ain't got no work. We ain't got no bread. We ain't got no money. We ain't got no peanut butter. We got no jelly. We ain't got no ham. We ain't got no burger. But why ain't nobody just discussing what happened the previous evening? Why did the Popo get to the scene so quickly? Now, I can understand them from B Mickey's point of view if he, if they was under depression, that he was, calling, a little tenderoni, setting that up, okay? Even though that's sus, but we already know he's sus. But why ain't nobody really discussing the Popo? But I guess we got other things at hand. We got to worry about. I'm gonna stop being petty, all right? So of course, Terry, he goes to, Lala / Marquisha / Keisha, all right? And she was like, dang, like, I'm sorry what happened with your brother, whatever, but what you want me to do, bro? He was like, can you set me up with a meeting with your husband? I'm like, ooh, Terry, you ain't got no coup. Like, what's going on, bro? She was like, oh, so that's what it's all about? You trying to get close to me to get a plug? He was like, nah, girl, my feelings for you is true, boo, okay? But, I mean, coincidentally, I need some help, and you the only one that can help me. And she was like, I can't tell you where he at. I'm sorry, I can't. Well, she said I can't set you up with a meeting. But if you don't tell nobody, I can tell you where he at. And I said, well, you pretty much giving him the alley-oop. Like, girl, like, stop playing. And apparently, Tonisha, the character who Lala is based off of, she ain't too happy about her, portrayal, okay, in the show. And I'm like, well, they ain't really showing too much right now, girl. But she's been upset about this whole situation because apparently, I guess they did like a little Kim on her. And they didn't really consult her about her opinions because I guess they don't like her like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? Oh, Lord. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This is one of my favorite scenes. I don't know how y'all felt about that. But let me know. Put a one in the chat if you like this scene, at the precinct with Meech and Terry, in the whole Batman situation, or if it was corny to you, or if it was cheesy or goofy. Number 2. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it is giving me good Goofy. It is giving me good Goofy, but I still liked it. I was still entertained, okay? So, of course, Jen, she just think, she just coming up with new solutions, okay? And she was telling your boy Brian, like, hey, I got an idea. Let's get these 2 suspects in the same room. Then she got the nerve to mention, well, yeah, we know, pretty much Meech got shot last night. I'm like, this man rolling up here looking like that and got shot last night. All right, Graves, whatever you want to call it. You still look like you got the same amount of hurt, all right? But they come in, he was like, what he doing here? What you doing there? So she's pretty much like, hey, whoever snitch on whoever first, they get cut loose. So I'm like, come on, Jen. Like, don't get me wrong. There was a couple situations in this show, in this episode, I'm like, you giving me low-key rookie vibes. Like, she's supposed to be a veteran. But the fact that you really thought that these 2 guys were going to snitch on each other That's a rookie move. Like, what are we doing? Are you really a vet? Like, I need to see your resume. What are your credentials? Because it's not making any sense to me. Like, what? What you really thought these two goons, the much history they got and charges they got against each other? Like, girl, what? But anywho, Lamar, he was like, yeah, that new Batman coming out, it's pretty much about, two, opponents, they, pretty much are equally yoked, but they like to sharpen each other's skills, okay? And so he was like, yeah, the Joker, he like to squeeze the life out of people. And Meech was like, yeah, but, Batman, he the hero, he always win, all right? And so they going back and forth, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. I mean, it's cheesy, but it was good cheese. It was like good, like Kraft Sargento cheese, not like, the bad cheese. It was good cheese, but it was real cute, okay? But Jen was like, bruh, like, y'all not really making sense to me over here. But he was like, girl, no, we not doing this. You do your job, okay? I don't get paid for this. I don't get no W-2s from the Detroit Police Department. Therefore, I'm gonna need you to do your job and solve these crimes if you want these crimes to be solved, okay, baby girl? And he done hopped this little behind out of that precinct. So Lamar, he's all the way over there, and he the only one handcuffed. He was like, why am I the only one handcuffed? Of course, Brian was like, because we make the rules, Negro. Like, what you want? So they was like, sit tight, okay? They was like, sit tight. So they leave the room. He over there singing Frankie Beverly. Happy feelings in the air. No, happy people. Is it happy people, happy feelings, y'all? I believe it's happy feelings in the air. Y'all correct me. But yeah, I think it was happy feelings in the air. Okay. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I hate this, even though I know it's an original song, it's a classic. But all I thought about was Tupac. Can you get away? So much pressure in the air. I can't get away. I'm not happy here. Can you get away? I'm sorry, y'all. Me against the world, all right? But yes, good things, okay? So Brian and Jen, they over there, okay? While Lamar over there, giving people extra stream revenue. They over there discussing, like, okay, if Meech down, who's number 2 right now? And I'm like, Meech ain't too down. Y'all just said he just got shot last night. He up right now, okay? What y'all thinking? What's going on here? I can see he was out of commission for 11 years, but your man is walking around like he only been like on sick leave for 12 hours. Like, what's up? So Brian was like, Terry, we got to look at Terry. He must be doing something. Jen was like, no, Drano, they are really handling that. Their surveillance in the whole car situation, the whole car company, nothing is turning up as being, fugazi or, criminal. He was like, if I know Terry and I know these boys, they up to no good. Don't you know no good? So yes, he was like, my bet is on Terry. She was like, I don't know. You go and tell Frankie over there in interrogation room number 2, go ahead and get him together and let him go. And I'm like, Lord, y'all letting this crazy man go. And that's why they locked him up. Well, not locked him up. That's why they handcuffed him, because they know he crazy. They know he crazy. DeMarcus, you said Captain Mars didn't question Bryant about Lamar being on the crime board as deceased, but Lamar was in police precinct handcuffed to the tape. Yes, there was just a lot of inconsistencies. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm pretty sure walked through one of the visible doors. He didn't come through no trap door in the precinct. Like, I'm sure 11 cops saw him. Unless Captain Mars is on lunch break. I'm just saying. We just gonna let it be. We gonna let it be for now. It's still good TV. So I'm not going to complain too of the much right now. All right. So Lamar was like, this has been a stressful day. I need to relieve my stress. Okay. So he goes to, I guess, Najiri's house. Okay. We already remember they had a little situation at Coney's last season. Okay. They little sneaky links, if you will. Okay. She was like, oh, I'm surprised you remember where I stayed at, because we always meeting up in the bathroom at Coney's. I'm like, hold on. You got on scrubs? You're a whole healthcare worker, okay? And you be getting down to the bathroom floor. See, this is giving me like you ain't no real healthcare worker. This is giving me like y'all already, if y'all heard about that little scam, the nursing scam in Florida, where the people paying 15 racks for their degrees and whatnot. Yeah, let's go. She one of them people, all right. So, they started getting all, lovey-dovey, whatever. And he was like, how I used to hide pills in my mouth. She was like, well, I knew you weren't crazy, okay? I knew you weren't crazy. You were just trying to avoid jail, all right? And so at the end of the day, she be messing with these inmates, okay? And she notices the bag. And he was like, oh, no, I'm all right. Just a little surgery. I'm like, y'all so nasty. MFers. Y'all really about to get it on with this bag sitting on him like a little fanny pack. Like, ain't nothing that pressing in the world for me. I'm sorry. That's just gross, okay? Like, bruh, what are we doing here? And apparently, according to his cousin, he don't like to change it on his own. So we know he probably got about 2-3 days worth of waste up in that hip, okay? Nah, bruh, it ain't happening, Cabot. But she don't care. She get down for whatever, obviously, because she likes to be in the bathroom floor at Coney's, okay? So he's having a little like erection issues, if you will. And he was like, come on, just help a brother out, girl. Help a brother out. Do you want it or not? She was like, I ain't trying to work too hard because I got MA D4589Z waiting on me when I clock in at, Crazy County Medical at 8:00. I don't need this, okay? I don't need this stress, okay? So he was like, dang, F you. I'm like, ooh, y'all. So yeah, he don't get none from her. But I'm like, y'all's nasty. Y'all is nasty and should be ashamed of yourselves, all right? Meanwhile, Terry pops up at a little lounge situation to see Boone and Lala there, and she was acting like she wasn't even gonna be there. I'm like, oh, you was there too? Or did you just say, hey, babe, I want to come with? So if Terry would have popped up, you could see Terry. Are you being messy, Markeisha? I don't know. But something about Boone, he one of them characters you just ain't gonna like. Like certain, ops, you'd be like, I could cut. He's like, I want him to give me like Man Boy from Snowfall vibes. Because it's like, I love the hate and hate the love Man Boy. Boom. I'm just like, you can go. You can go. I'm not sold on you, Boom. But we're not supposed to be sold on him because we already know he beating people. You beating the women's, Boone. So we already know what we got to do with you. Okay. I'm gonna give Boone like a couple episodes. I don't know. He may last a little long because we still got some beef with Terry, but now they're on the way to ATL, which we gonna get to in a minute. It's a lot of questions that I have, but hey. Hi, Eric Iver said. I'm pretty sure they had some other stuff, okay? And she is in healthcare. I know she got either some, holistic remedies, some, grandmama remedies. Like she got some options, okay? She knows some things. I know she got medications in that medicine cabinet that's gonna help. She was just being impatient because she know she got 11 other patients that she could, play with when she get to work. Okay. You said Boom told Lala to fetch him a drink and slap that plastic. I'm gonna get to that. So long story short, Sarah, he was pretty much, going back and forth with Boom, pretty much like as a sales pitch, if you will. Boom, he's trying to hold his work as, K9 was talking about in the previous episode. Like, no, my work is worth more holding it. Terry was like, I got foot soldiers. Okay, I got worker bees. All right. Therefore, I'm going to make you lots of more monies. All right. So, Lala, he didn't, because I could tell just Boom just is a piece of work. But long story short, he asked her to get a cutter. He trying to smoke cigars and what have you, okay? And so, he walks away and, give her a slap on the tootie booty. I'm like, oh, that looked like it hurt a little bit. I don't know. It just didn't seem like, it was just Well, okay, I digress. Okay. So he agrees to let Terry have 5 bricks. Okay. He said, I'm charging interest and inflation. I'm like, inflation too, bruh. Like, don't get me wrong. Boom. He seemed like, I don't know. I got questions. Okay. Well, one, he just don't seem like the greatest businessman. I'm just saying, I don't know. I just don't like him. But based on the real story, according to Tonisha, who Lala is, based off of, her family, her dad, they own a car business or what have you. And they help Terry get contracts at the airport with the car company. But in this show, it seems though Lala is just working. Like, what real, like, not saying like, I know you got to have covers, okay? But Marquisha seemed like she working way too hard to be like a real, like, Judilla girlfriend. Like, are y'all just trying to make good, make sure, the man comes in? Because I know somebody got to have a job to kind of explain yourself. But she look like she be working overtime. Like, no. Mm-mm. What old girl mama, everybody hates Grace? No, my man got 2 jobs. Like, no, I ain't. Mm-mm. I'm doing what I need, 8 to 5. I'm not doing no extra work because my man got 2 to 3 of the hundreds of $1,000s in the basement. I'm not doing all that. But I guess for story's sake, Lala has a job. Okay. Sorry, Marquisha. All right. Jeremiah, what's up? You said Boom is going after Terry and Meech once he found out about yeah, because he told we gonna see that. He don't play. Nobody's gonna play about their work. I'm just saying. But anywho, after the agreement of, the exchangement of the drug dealer contract, Terry walks out and talking about, oh, I would treat you like a queen if you was my wife. I'm like, boy, you were all of 16, 17. What you know about a wife? Go sit your tail down, okay? What you talking about? Hey, Samara, you said she don't want to be home with Boone after beating her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been doing it for a while. But she don't like that man. I don't like him either, girl. I don't blame you. So Marcus, you said Terry playing a dangerous game, dealing with Marquisha is a married woman, mixing business with pleasure. He's doing a whole lot. But sometimes he ain't thinking with the right head, okay? He definitely ain't, okay? So, y'all, this is one of my other favorite scenes, child, because I don't be one with all the, like, drama shenanigans in the church house and the house of the Lord, okay? But I would come to this church if this is what they was giving me on the Sunday morning, all right? So, Pastor Swift, okay, is over there talking about, we want to go ahead, bow our heads and pray for the recovery of Demetrius Terry, okay? I said Demetrius Terry, you know what I mean? Demetrius Flannery, all right? This young brother, he needs some healing, all right? So immediately, about 5, 6 of, the congregation, they start walking out, and I'm like, this is what we doing? So Lucille, she was like, not today, not today. So she started pointing folk out, telling all they bitches, she's like, oh no, when your husband bought that prostitute, I prayed for your marriage, okay? When your daughter got that DUI, okay? I prayed for her in the addiction spirit, child, okay? The Lord loves good and evil. And what are y'all doing? Trying to judge me, okay? I pray for everybody up in here, okay? Y'all don't know. I be giving my husband a whole check up in here to support this raggedy church. And what y'all not gonna do on this Good Sunday is walk out when we trying to pray for my son, okay? Y'all would not have no communion crackers or juice if it wasn't for my husband's check. He don't know that, okay? So, Charles, sorry. But don't play with me like this, okay? Don't play. Y'all don't gotta forgive my son. I just need y'all to just pray for him to be healthy and walking in the name of the Lord. I was like, you know what, Lucille? It was so good. Pastor was like, I don't even want to work no more. I don't want to work no more today. Church is concluded now. I was like, go ahead, Lucille. Go ahead, Lucille. Like, I was here for it. I was here for it, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all was here for Lucille. Put a 2 if y'all think she was doing too much, okay? I'm going to see what y'all talking about. DeMarcus, you said loose lips. Lucille was out of pocket for exposed people. Everybody knew their business anyway, because how she knew to pray about it. I'm pretty sure everybody knew. Tamika, you was here for it. Yeah, I was here for it. Y'all don't understand them church. Capital K, what's up? You see all the writers of VMF are women because there isn't one man. There isn't one man on the show that has a good image. I mean, Charles is not in the best image, but we also have to discuss. We're talking about a drug dealer show, so we're gonna have a lot of drug dealers on the show. But I think for the most part, Charles, he hasn't committed full adultery at this point. But I don't think they're showing him in a bad light. It's loosely based. Okay, we talking about loose lips. It's loosely based on a true story. Okay. DeMarcus said, Pastor Swift collection plate came up short that Sunday. Lucille made it up. She putting in all of the Montees in there. Okay, not just the 10%. All right. So Mary, you said 1, Lady Virtue 1. DeMarcus, you think you're doing too much? Eric, you was here for it. Tamika, yeah, a lot of people was here for. I loved it. I love this actress. I'm sorry, I can't think of her real name, but I don't know. I was always a fan. I don't know if y'all remember. She was on Fresh Prince, and she played a nerd, and she was trying to pretty much buy Will's affection. But I don't know. I always think about her when I when I see her. But yeah, she's been in the game for a very long time. All right, much respect. Okay, so she was ready to go. She was like, Charles, I'm hungry. I'm hot. Okay, if I'm cursing all these people out, let's go. All right. He was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and pack up. You carry the keys. I'm gonna ride with Lou. So I'm like, okay, cool. One of the deacons, Lou. Next thing we know, old girl, I'm gonna call her Jezebel number 2 with the push-up bra, because Mabel she's Jezebel number 1. She was like, Charles, I'm so sorry. He was like, well, if Meech wasn't my son, I would have walked out too. I was like, Charles, see, selective Christianity. I swear, I just cannot deal with Charles. Okay, but she was like, Charles, you are a good man. And I'm like, ooh, not giving me like he's a good man Savannah vibes, but I'm like, she was like, you a good man, Charles, and I'm sure your boys, they will go ahead, and this is just a phase, you know what I'm saying? All the things you have instilled in them, they gonna remember. Okay, and they were a little too close. I'm like, baby, when we're grinding. I'm just so like, y'all was real too close. And Lucille, she was like, oh, I feel that Jezebel spirit from the parking lot. So Lucille came back. She was like, Charles, it's time to go. She gave him the tight lip, like the mama speech before the kids go in the store. Like, don't touch nothing, don't do nothing, don't say nothing. She was like, Charles, it's time to go. And Jezebel number 2, like, she looking real guilty, like, oh, I thought she left. I was like, look at you pushing up on Charles in the church. That's what I'm saying. Selective Christianity. Y'all doing too much in this church. But look at their leader, Pastor Swift. I'm just saying. Yes, she did play. And Martin too. Yes. Nicole White. Yes, thank you, Eric. I be knowing when I'm not on live. I don't know why I get bird brain. I forget people names and stuff. Thank you. But yes, that scene was bomb to me. Okay. Oh Lord. So Meech, he goes over to Monique's house, and she's stressed out and aggravated because she was like, see, I told you about Lamar. Okay, you talking about he was dead. No, he live. What you talking about? You got rolling over here eating all my food, so-called supposed to be protection. Okay, he was like, that's fine, like, you good. I got somebody outside. She was like, I don't like this, people in my house. Okay, these kids, they're gonna be scared, they're gonna know something up. And she was like, Meech, like, you about to go? Like, what? Like, what's going on? He was like, you just chill out until I pop is, you know what? She was like, I don't need to. I got my own protection. So she shows him a little gun in the nightstand, and all he sees, okay, was a little baggie of coke. And she was like, oh, I need something to take the edge off. I said, so you about to be a whole cokehead, Monique? I ain't gonna lie, this threw me all the way off. And maybe this is based on one of the baby mamas. I don't know the baby mama story like that. But I'm like, oh Lord, we about to be another Wanda up in here. I cannot, okay? This is not gonna look good for, like, and I'm like, if you want to take the edge off, meanwhile, you're seems like you like experiencing some anxiety. Don't you need more of like a depressant than an upper slash stimulant? Okay, girl. I mean, most people try weed or some alcohol, you know, like a depressant. Not coke. Coke gonna get you turned up. Like, what you trying to do? Unless you trying to stay awake and peep out them blinds, make sure Lamar ain't coming. See, I can see that, but I ain't gonna take the edge off, girl. Like, what we doing? You confused. She sure is, Marcus. She on that cocoa. I hope, please don't turn her into no crack. Not on our Black Queen. Not on Black History Month. Not on Black History Month. We can't do it if she becomes a cokehead. I don't want to find out until whatever episode is in the first week of March. Do not show Monique as no crackhead in no episode in February on protesting, okay? It's Black History Month. We will not do that, okay? Oh, Lord, I'm stressed out. Yes, Ronald Cameron, what's up? Yeah, Lamar, he has a whole list of people. Like, he ain't done. He got a whole list of people that he's checking off the list. Okay, he's damn near Santa Claus. Okay, you've been naughty and nice to me. If you've been naughty, you about to get this work. Okay, he ain't playing with Detroit. He's not playing with Detroit up here. Okay, well, that's a good thing, DeMarcus, because you got to be careful. You know, DeMarcus said, I hope Zoe don't get a hold of that gun in the drawer because, you know, it don't have a lock on it. That is true. Or that Coke. Talking about, oh, mommy, I thought we ran out of sugar. There's a little sugar here. Why you got a little packet of sugar in your drawer, mommy? So you got to be careful with these kids and these weapons and these drugs. Come on, you got it all willy-nilly. Hi, Eric Iverson. You said Castro will get Denise off from the drug case. I believe that too. She got to be good for something. I'm just saying. After, you know, she stressed Meech out. Meech was like, I need some stress reliever. So she, you know, gets a visit from Meech, Lori, okay? And he all pumping her up. Oh, my God. Like, you just over here just doing all the things. You're a mommy, a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? You're a student. You got a job. Like, come here, girl. Like let's get it on, okay? So they end up getting it on or whatever. And I was like, dang, you just go from one baby mama to the other. But, hey, that's quite typical, right? Okay. One pissed off at you, and then you was like, you know what? I got another one, okay? And another one. All right. I'm just saying. Eric Iverson, you said, what about Coach Cop's son? What happened to him? Yeah, that would be interesting to know. Well, I feel like he is eventually dies based on what Terry told him in episode 1, saying that, you know, pretty much his life was ruined. So I assume, you know, he experienced some sort of tragedy. And I feel like a person like Bryant, he don't let too many people close to him. So I feel like that was kind of insinuating he experienced a close loss. You can tell he ain't effing with the baby mama. So I feel like it's actually his son that they are talking about. All right. So the detectives over there, they're surveillancing, you know, Terry. Like, you know, they trying to see what he got going on. They got a little bet, you know, who's going to win. Jen was like, nah, I think he's a good boy. Brian was like, you don't know these boys. Okay. You don't know him like I know him. You're being a little too naive. Okay. She was like, well, on paper, Terry looked like a good boy. All right. But they peeped Terry. He's over there talking to Denise, trying to get her to transport the cocaine, okay? And she was looking all a little nervous. I was like, see, I don't know about this, Terry. I don't think she's ready for the big leagues yet, okay? But she was like, all right, what should I do? So he's giving her, you know what I'm saying, a scenario like, hey, yo, just anybody ask you trying to go see your son, he go to Michigan State, you know, state that's on the way. He's giving her directions. So it looks like we got her on board for transporting the drugs because she got bills to pay. All right. Hey, J Watt, what's up? How are you? Meanwhile, he goes to one of his stops because they're following him throughout his whole route, honey. Okay. And so he goes to this little assisted living situation. And, you know, he picks up this nice, lovely couple, what have you, or I guess they were family members possibly. And Boom was in there. And so they're exchanging the drugs, which is low-key fire to me, because from the outside looking in, it just looks like, Terry just picking up and dropping off people. But while he's helping the people in the vehicles, he got, a briefcase of the coke that was given to him by Boone. Okay. And then on the other hand, he has the luggage. So it's seemingly that this, all this luggage belongs to this couple that he's driving to the airport. Okay. And Boone told him, don't play about my money. Okay. I was like, all right, this is a warning, but I'm like, I ain't scared, because Boone, he gonna be out the picture soon. Okay. Because what's the point of him keeping alive? I'm messing with your woman and I owe you money. Like, you got to die. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Hey, Jacoby, what's up? How are you? Thank you for coming through. So Meech, he comes into the record store. That's low-key their headquarters. Everybody was like, you know what? We ain't got no work. Like, we bored out here in these drug dealer streets. Like, what's up? What's popping? Like, what we doing? So, of course, they all gossiping before he comes in. Like, I heard Lamar shot him. I heard this. I heard that. Of course, everybody thinking Lamar dead at this point. Okay. So Meech comes in. He was like, hey, y'all ever heard about a resurrection? And he was like, I don't know about all that. So he's, in the midst of his, sales pitch to keep the team together, but they lost faith. Okay. And Tiny was like, I'm done, bro. Like, you can't kick but so much game to me. So I'm going to take my happy behind out of here. Okay. And what was the other guy name? Jesus, what is his name? I had it somewhere, y'all. I think it's Limo, Big Boy. Okay. I guess the other one, Tiny, I'm calling him Biggie. Okay. For now, right now, he's Biggie. Okay. I know y'all gonna let me know in the chat. I can't remember his name at this point. Nemo, I think. Nemo, Limo, one of those. Okay. Any, money, Nino. So they leave, all right. But yes, they over. So apparently at this point, BMF has low-key, lost a couple people. All right, Nito, thank you. I knew it was one of those, So, I ain't gonna lie. This was one of my other favorites too, y'all. And don't get me wrong, I would say I was disappointed, but when I saw this scene, I thought we was gonna get some real depth out of Lamar. Like, I'm like, oh, we about to tap in. We about to get some more layers out of Lamar. We about to really get some real, not necessarily sentimental things, but we really about to just get some behind the scenes of Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is behind all this craziness? Okay, I need to know what's going on in that noggin, bruh. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm crazy, but he's definitely be giving me Joe Torre vibes. Like, I don't know. He favored Joe Torre for me, or I'm pretty sure Joe Torre is older, but definitely favorites. Hey, Big Wolf Status. I'm so tired of the arguing about who they're gonna listen to. Damn. Yeah, it's always a power struggle over there. They can't get right. They can't get right. That they need to change their name from BMF to, CGR. Okay, you can't get right organization, because they all over there just don't know. They don't know the structure, okay, of the organization. Okay, they need to get their chart together. All right. So Lamar, he always in the mirror, what I'm saying, just looking real sad and whatnot. And he at Alvin house, and Alvin was like, bro, what's on, what's popping? He was like, I just don't know what's going on anymore. Meech over there, he over there flying like a peacock. I'm like, not flying like a peacock. He probably not used to an opponent such as Meech. Even though I feel like Meech, he's not the hardest gangster, but he just can't shake him. Like, he's one that he just really can't, it's getting under his skin. And plus, he done knocked his girl up, so he real mad, all right? And he was like, I just, I don't know what to do. So Alvin, he's giving him a pep talk like, bro, you use your disadvantages to your advantages. Use that ish, okay? And so he was like, all right, cool. But he was like, another thing, I was trying to break old girl off, and anything wasn't operating right. He was like, bro, you supposed to wait 3 months. He was like, I'm sorry. I know you in the medical field, but you can't tell me when I should go ahead and relieve myself. He was like, bro, you got to wait 3 months. So he's helping him change his bag or what have you. And I'm like, so Albert, he was like, bro, there's other ways. So get yourself together, okay? Little, just tantalize some other things, with yourself. I got some lovely ladies at the morgue. He was like, nah, I like my bees breathing. When he say he like his itches breathing, yeah, I almost died. Like, I'm like, yeah, Albert, like, ain't nobody on what you want. But yeah, he gave Lamar a little pep. So, but I did want a little more depth. I feel like they could have took this opportunity just to dig a little deeper. But it was still a good scene nonetheless. But I was like, dang, y'all, I feel like y'all missed the opportunity. Yes, they definitely have funny scenes together, Jay. What, like, I'm sorry, I know it's Donnell Rawlins, but I just want to call him Ashy Larry all the time. He has such great comedic time, and we need as much as him as we can get. Okay, I definitely love seeing him on the screen. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, was I the only one? But I don't know, the way they was shooting the scene, I was like, I hope he ain't gonna kill his cousin. Like, he was giving me like, I'm about to tick tick boom, like, I don't know, like, too much information, cuzzo, you gotta go. Like, I was definitely nervous for Alvin for all of like 25 seconds. I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little nervous, but he's alive. He may keep him alive. He like, you family, so I'm gonna keep you alive. Anybody else can get it. All right. So we still doing surveillance, of course, because we know Meech up to something, okay? So of course we peep B Mickey going into the garage or what have you, and of course Brian, he all excited. He was like, "Yeah, I told you they ain't up to no good at this Flannery card service." All right, so Q, which is Terry's classmate, she kind of hooked up the vehicle to kind of conceal drugs, okay, because we know that's based on a true story. But was they doing this early in real life? Like, and the way they kind of set up this episode, like, they didn't really find out or really start investigating their concealment of these drugs in these vehicles to years later, from my understanding. But I guess they're just trying to mix things up. But I don't know. I would have wish it was a little more of a mystery later on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, y'all giving up the goods too early. But who am I? I'm not running writer's room, okay? Hey, Miss K, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I miss you. Hopefully we'll get to talk about episode 5 on your channel on Sunday. But yeah, so B Mickey, he being a low-key fake number 2. He was like, all right, cool. I like your little spot in the glove compartment. Let me go ahead and line this up with some carbon paper, because low-key that's supposed to, throw off the x-rays. And he was like, yeah, we can go ahead and look that up. I was just like, I'm gonna talk about it later, okay? Oh Lord. So meanwhile, of course, per Houdini, okay, the freaks come out at night, okay, because Lamar was like, it's my time to shine, baby, okay? So Nita, he over there just trying to have fun with a good old 10-piece. I'm like, I hate wasting food, y'all. That's my pet peeve. Lamar could have waited till this man finish his meal. Okay, you rude, Lamar. You hella rude. Let him finish his 10-piece, because it looked like it was low key good. All right, he had to take one, eat it first, then he's like, all right, I'm gonna save it later when I get to the house. All right. So next thing we see, he trying to walk across the street, and Lamar was like, oh, you want to shoot at me? All right, cool. So he just ends up just hitting him with a pole or something, and he just effed Nito up. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. Your boy was down bad. All right, he didn't stand a chance. Okay, so Lamar, he's over there just talking ish to him, talking about, yeah, I'm the beast. I'm the beast. He was like, you hungry? You hungry? He can't answer you, boy. But if he did, he would be like, I got 8-9 pieces of wings right here. Like, can you let me finish? Anywho, he ends up, oh God, pretty much dumping his colonoscopy bag on this man's mouth. Y'all, This was a lot, okay? I'm like, oh, writers, y'all taking it there. Oh, y'all taking it there. You don't care about the weak stomach contestant people like me, okay? You don't care about us, okay? You over here trying to recreate some gruesome ish. All right, that's cool. All right. So pretty much, he's off the chessboard, okay? He was like, all right, let me get my list. Hold on. All right. Check him off. Next. All right. Let me go over here and see my next victim for the evening. Okay. Because I'm putting in overtime. All right. So we see Tiny. He over there. He about to get ready for a broad. He was like, yeah, smelling good, putting on cologne. Like he was really just feeling himself. I was like, all right, baby boy, do what you got to do. I was like, bruh, is he still living at the church? Because he was living in the church paying, Swift low key. Now he probably moved because, yeah, he moved, I think, because they dropped off. Lamar dropped off his friend at his house. So I'm pretty sure he didn't go back to that place. So I'm gonna just say he not at the church no more. Okay, but that don't matter because next thing he see was a boogeyman. Okay, and the boogeyman Lamar was ready to collect. All right, and I ain't gonna lie. This was a good little tussle, okay? And of course, Lamar got He-Man spirit. He got He-Man strength because I don't know how you just got out of the hospital your darn self. And you got all this strength, okay? But yeah. Tiny, he hit him with a couple. Like I was like, all right, Tiny, get your ish off. But it wasn't enough, okay? Because crazy strength is a whole nother level than street strength, okay? And Lamar was using all the things. I mean, he's a very resourceful man. I mean, he was using the top of the toilet. He was using all the things up in the bathroom, okay? The shower curtain, the rod. Like he was like, nothing is gonna be left untouched up in here. But he ends up suffocating your boy Tiny, okay? The way he kind of kicked that man in the foot, and I think he still had the gator on. Like he traded the boots for the gator. He just kicked that man in the chin. Just like I'm like, oh, that hurt. Okay, but yes, Tiny is now gone. And the one thing I would say that I don't like when they preview the episode before it comes on, they kind of remind you of scenes, and the scenes are supposed to like give you some insight as to what's to occur or what you are going to expect possibly in the episode. I don't like that because they showed the scene between when Tiny and Nito, tried to kill Lamar. And I'm like, okay, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, their time is up. I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to see all of that. I want to just be completely surprised. So don't get me wrong, these scenes were very entertaining. But I already knew, okay, yep, this is what's about to happen. Like, I don't like to know all those things. Like, I don't want to, don't kill my joy. Okay? Don't do that. All right. So meanwhile, Officer A and B over there following your girl. Okay. Was it Brenda, Deborah? What is her name again? Denise. So she's over there, so-called Negro. She got a little scully cap. She's like, all right, I'm doing the drug dealer thing, low key. So she's over there on her little route, driving hella slow, okay? So of course the detective was like, all right, they're not supposed to be so-called doing business with white people. I'm sure she's probably an employee of the car service, but this ain't a car from the car service. Things that make you go, let's go ahead and pull her over. So they pull her over and they're telling her, Jen. I'm like, oh, Jen, you with the ish. Because she's telling old girl, oh, I pulled you over for impeding traffic, putting, commuters in danger. I'm like, she was literally driving 2 miles an hour. She ain't putting nobody, I mean, that kind of means delay, but I'm at the same time like, that ain't, you just bullishing. Like, you was really like putting it on, laying it on thick. Like, leave that lady alone. That wasn't enough, but whatever, okay? But is it me or it just seems suspicious that good old Bryant went to the glove compartment first? Like most people will go to the trunk, the back seat. And don't get me wrong, the way they cut the scene, It's possible that he kind of could have searched, but no, I feel like he went straight to that glove compartment and found them drugs. So this whole B Mickey situation and this like something's off. Okay, I feel like he possibly helped them out because there's no way you find something that easy and that type of like sophistication. Like they really, jigged up that whole situation with the carbon paper, everything. Like, just so happen to find all that easy. Like, y'all playing with me, okay? So Denise calls the Flannery household, okay? And of course, Charles, he answering the phone. He was like, yo, Denise, what's up? She was like, can I talk to Terry? He was like, okay. She was like, and he talked to Terry, I'm in trouble. So of course, he like, what the hell is going on? So he hella confused. So, Terry, he gets on the phone. She sorry, this is so funny. Your girl Denise, she was like, they found what you put in my trunk. You tell them that it's not mine. I'm like, girl, we on a recorded line. You just snitched and child. I would have been like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. Click. Talk about they found what you put in the car, and please tell them that ain't mine. One, hell no, I ain't doing that. I ain't about to put myself in trouble for you. Two, why you talking this reckless? This is giving me real like Tory Lanez vibes. Like, bro, you talking too much on the recorded line. Like, what are we doing? And I understand some people may say, oh, well, she ain't about that life. She done seen Matlock. She done seen Murder, She Wrote. She done seen some things, okay? Scarface been out. She done seen something to let her know that this ain't what you do, okay? And you low-key snitching on yourself, Denise, because you pretty much stated you were aware that such and such was in your vehicle. Girl. Hey, Ingaboo, what's up? How are you? Samara said B Mickey did something to the car. I mean, they had to have communicated. I'm just saying. They just gonna wait to the big reveal. And I'm like, spare me the surprises, everyone. Big Wolf Status said they're starting to be all over the place with this season, but they don't care because they know we're gonna watch it anyway. I mean, I could definitely see what you're talking about, child. They know we thirsty up in here, okay? We thirsty. And they was like, here you go. Here you go. Okay. Yes, running her mouth. I'm like, girl, calm down, okay? Sha'Carri Richardson, slow down, girl. You running your mouth. Inga, you said those bricks were not hitting that well. Yeah, but it just, I just feel like, I don't know. Something's off. Something's off. Ronna Camry said Charles punched a hole through that thin sheetrock wallpaper. That's what that money could be going to pay for. We gonna talk about that in a second, okay? So he gets off the phone with Denise. He was like, "Oh, she in jail. She in trouble. Oh, you got her mixed up with that drug ish. Okay, you done messed up her life now and the business." Terry was like, "Low key, high key. The only reason we got this business, pops, is because of what I've been putting in work." In them streets. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to calm down. Of course, Lucille, she comes in. At first, she was trying to defend him, like, get off my baby. But she was like, oh, so now you claiming you in the streets. Okay, well, Meech, he ain't never had to pretend who he was. We already know he was a thug, but you over here trying to be a thug too. All right, cool. So of course, Charles, he pissed off. He hemming up your boy. It's kind of funny because we know Da Vinci is all of probably like 6'3", 6'4", and he's some good acting right here. Okay, I give you Da Vinci. He was some good acting. He definitely gave me Skur a daddy right there. Okay, but yeah, they pissed off because once he said he was trying to help out Meech, Charles, that blood pressure went hella high. Okay, he was like, one, he didn't want to hear about Meech in his house. Two, messed up my dreams. Okay, my hopes and dreams, because you want to sell big drugs. Okay. I don't know why I just thought about Cosby Show. You went to Baltimore to go ahead and party with the rich. Okay, shout out to the Cosby Show if y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. Okay, and Inga, you said Lucille finally took her head out of the sand, see what's going on. Yeah, we're going to see how... We're going to talk about this in a second because I got questions. Long story short, The brothers meet up. Terry, he lets Meech know what's going on. He's like, bruh, what happened was, and so he like, bro, you may be the dumbest MF I done met. Like, what? So, Terry was like, you act like you ain't never made no mistake before me. She was like, mistake? This is an F up. Like, bruh, you got Lois Lane over here hemmed up. And he was like, yeah, she got a kid too. So we know she ain't about to take no charge. I'm like, Meech, we here, bruh. I'm pissed off too, okay? He was like, bro, we ain't got no money. We ain't got no bread. We got this chick hemmed up. Brian about to arrest you in about 35 minutes. We got to bounce. So he was like, what about school? He was like, F school, boy. You about to go to prison for the rest of your life. Well, not the rest. I'm being dramatic, but you already know. Brian been on that tail. And all this Meech had to say, Terry was like, okay, I just got one errand to run. I said, we don't have time for errands. Errands? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? And look what the errand is, child. He had to say his goodbyes to Markeisha, okay? And so she was like, really? You got to go right now? Like, well, let me give you a little parting gift, okay? So, of course, they go into the stock room and, do what they do, what have you. Child. You're a whole married woman, okay? You messing with this 17-year-old, even though he's given 25, right now. But girl, you're doing too much. But they, they solidify their little bond or what have you, okay? So we got to put a pause on that because we got bigger fish to fry. But I'm like, low-key, Meech, you shouldn't let Terry go no darn where, okay? We got Lamar. We got the cops. We possibly got Boone. Like, we don't have time for you to be over there. You should have went ahead and got some when I got some at 4 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock, bro. It's too late for that. It's too late. Okay, we got to get on the road. Child. Oh, Lord. Yes, he was being so dumb, but 17-year-old, what? Like, he pick and choose. I mean, that's part of, like, growing up. You pick and choose when you want to make grown-up decisions, but, child, we ain't got time for that. No. Inga, you said Lala only will take a role if she can. I cannot. I don't think that's true, though. It just so happens that, her characters have to go there. Okay. Oh, God. Big Wolf, you said so in love with. Yes, he's on his Jill Scott for real, okay? So, y'all, we got to say goodbyes to all the family. We got to let them know we got to go, okay? And I'm like, low-key, realistically, Lamar know all these people. I'm sure where they live at. This wasn't really smart if he was really trying to get you, but we going to let that go because we see he catch up to him eventually. But, we saying our goodbyes. We go to the house. Mama and Daddy, we got to go, okay? Terry proceeds to tell LaWanda, hey, I done pawned my jewelry. Here's some bread to take care of Junior. Then he said, I gotta go. And she was like, dang, I came back for this. So he kissed her on the lips. And pretty much, a goodbye kiss. I'm like, I know you ain't brushed your teeth since you was with Markeisha. Are you serious right now? Child. Nasty. Just nasty. Okay. I wonder if she was just like, something off with Terry Ladd kiss. What's going on up in here? Like, what's going on? I'm just saying. So, Charles, child, I got so many questions. Okay, Charles had the nerve to be like, I know y'all gave y'all kids y'all last. So I'm gonna give y'all my last. Here's what I have. I'm gonna need y'all to use this, and y'all better protect and look out for each other. And I looked at that knot. I'm like, hold up. Charles, we got Nicole over here and Schmeedy and Bras. We got patches on the wall. We got past due villages here, okay? And you got a whole rainy day fun talking about you ain't got no monies. And hold on. First of all, if this is from the car service, that's Terry's money off rip. So you don't get no kudos to me, bruh. You don't get no kudos because this is already Terry's money. So how you gonna give me back my money that you holding? And Lucille, she looking like, I'm over here buying store-bought, store-brand food, and you over here holding. But Lucille hasn't really been proven the best when it comes to the finances of the household. I'm not mad that Charles got a little fun going on, but I'm not about to give you no graces for giving Terry his money back, okay? Because no. Like, if you would have took maybe 2-3 of them bills, got them wall fixed and got baby girl some bras, I wouldn't even been mad. Like, where are the priorities here? We ain't got no rent, and that's probably where he over there got the extra money, okay? Because we ain't got no rent, all right? Terry, Meech, I ain't got to worry about that. We just got to worry about Nicole, but we really ain't providing that much for Nicole because she still need bras, okay? And we done went to Sears and got a whole little wardrobe up. So that's on the credit card. Lucille bringing home Wendy's, I'm sure, at least 2-3 times out the week. You got the 40 from Mabel. So who else house you doing repairs at, Charles? Like, Charles, I got questions. What we doing, Charles? What we doing? That's what I'm saying, Inga. Like, what we doing? You really don't try, or are you trying to figure out an exit plan? Is that what we doing? An exit plan, Charles? I gotta keep my eye on you. Keep my eye on you, Charles. Big Wolf Status, you said Chuck got some explaining to do. But see, once again, they're all over the place. Child, we gotta have a conversation. If we don't have a conversation about this money next episode, on episode 5 of the Charles and Lucille show, I'm gonna be annoyed. We need to address this, okay? And now we don't even have that. Or does he have a couple more knots laying around and acting like that's his last? See, I don't trust Charles no more. I'm not saying I really completely ever did, but Charles, Lucille, start looking at them stubs and them W-2s. The math need to be mathing next Friday, Charles, because you playing in our face. I'm just saying. Hey, Jacoby said her face was hilarious. Yeah, she was like, oh my word. Oh, the glory. Like, she probably gonna be turning that house up that night, okay? Because she was like, dang, Pastor, he said he needed some things fixed. If Charles got money like this, we can go ahead and fix the church. I need to buy some more prayers, okay? Child, whew. Meanwhile, Denise, she's still, in the interrogation room, and they making her wait it out. And this is another thing about Jen. She ready just to go in there full throttle and start pressing Denise. But Brian was like, no, chill out. Let her sweat it. Let her, stress out a little bit, worried about how this is going to affect her life. Like, you got to let her sweat a little bit. And I'm like, Jen, if you're a vet, why don't you already have this in your mindset? Like, it's weird. Like, you should be on the same accord. Like, I don't understand, Jen. Like, girl, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But of course, they had a whole little bit about the whole situation. Of course, because she was under depression, that Terry was a good kid. So he's now allowed to drive the company vehicle. Okay. Oh gosh, Jacoby said, what I don't get is how he give 2 hustlers money. Yeah, they hustlers, but they low-key down bad. They ain't got no bread. And I'm like, how was y'all without his money? I mean, I had to have something. Because I feel like when they said we ain't got no money, probably no company money, but they got some personal money. Because how was y'all going to make it down to Atlanta with no bread without Charles' help? But they had a little something, something. They had a little something, I believe. So they're on the road. Terry, he's on his, Sade Anita Baker-ish, because, he just made sweet love to Marquisha. So he in this own little mood or whatever. And me just like, bro, like, I need to hear some gangster-ish right now. Like, we turned up. Like, come on, bro. Like, we about to be going to this long flight. I mean, Lord, not long flight, but long ride. Like, I need to turn up, bro. Like, we on two different vibes. So as he starts changing the radio, we get a little bumpity bump action from the rear. And he's like, what the hell? Of course, it's Lamar. Crazy bat Lamar. He done found the location. I wonder if he got a GPS track on Terry car, because ain't no way you were just going to pop up like that. I'm just saying. He could have been following them because they done went to all the prime locations. They went to their house. They went to all the baby mama's house. It wasn't really hard for him to find them anyway, okay? He was like, y'all not going to leave these city limits without me touching you, okay? But so he over there, just really just low-key trying to kill him, okay? Terry, he trying to shake and bake him, whatever. And so, he ends up getting away, okay? And yes, they end up approaching and reaching the highway, but not without some threat from Lamar. Lamar, you could tell he's stressed out and pissed off because I guess Batman always wins, right? That was pretty much the episode, y'all. But I still have more questions, like, and don't get me wrong, like, it's kind of weird because this is based on a true story. So the hard part is, if you know the true story, you try to separate the show from the true story and the documentaries that Stars had their own documentary. So if you even just went off of that, you're like, boom, okay, so one, Meech went to Atlanta by himself. Two, he went to LA first, then he went to Atlanta. Three, Terry stayed, in Detroit. So I'm really just trying to understand where we're going with this storyline, because I understand it's loosely based, and I'm not mad at them for necessarily taking liberties of the truth. You don't have to fine tooth everything and necessarily have everything match up with real life. But at some time, it's like, it's frustrating because it's based on this story. So it's like, I want to see the story, but I understand you have to get creative. But maybe, they'll have it to where they set up shop in Atlanta and Terry goes back to Detroit, because you guys still have all this unsettled and open storylines, like B. Mickey snitching. So is he even going to be a factor? He has to have it has to be like a climax with B. Mickey. Like, you can't just leave that undone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're going to just be in Atlanta for the rest of the season and then pick up on the rest of the storylines back in Detroit next season. I really don't know what they're doing. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I'm definitely still thoroughly enjoying the show, but I'm just curious now. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Okay. I'm nosy. I be needing to know sometimes, like, okay, how are y'all going to set this up? Like, let us sister know. But I definitely enjoyed the episode. Let's see here. Let me see what y'all saying before I get out of here. Big Wolf said, exactly, pretty girl. The first scene better be Chuck explaining where that money came from. I'm just saying, Lucille better be on that couch and be like, you not leaving that dough until you let me know where you got that dough from. Okay. Charles was the MVP of this episode. I guess, DeMarcus. I guess. Charles. Inga said Denise is not going to snitch. First of all, it was an illegal search. Yes, that's why I do feel like Monique is going to come in. When she takes a bump, she's going to definitely come up with a good defense. And she's only a paralegal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, honestly, just even with her being the paralegal, she can get Denise out of the situation. You really have to hire a whole lawyer, because we really only have lawyer money like that. But I know she's definitely just, donating her time on the strength of Meech, because it's still her baby father. She has to protect Denise and to protect, the organization, because if Denise goes down, Meech and Terry go down. You know what I'm saying? He is bad. It's crazy. Yes, Inga. Inga, you said it's not supposed to be realistic. It's TV where it's supposed to be just sit back and enjoy for entertainment, eat your popcorn and have a nice drink. I do agree, but I guess for me personally, it's a struggle because not really a struggle, but I guess my brain goes all over the place because it's like, yes, you having so many things based on real life. So when y'all vary or just veer off of that, I don't mind it, but I'm just trying to figure out where the story is. It's like it's gonna be based on a true story or not. It's gonna be in the middle ground. Okay, that's fine. It puts the viewer in a weird position, especially if you're not really invested in the real life story, but you've been engulfed in it for the past 10, 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not tripping, I'm not stressed about it. But I guess it's the nosy Capricorn in me. Okay. But yes, who called Monique? I'm pretty sure maybe that was either a conversation that Meech and Monique already had, because you remember him and Terry, before they decided to leave, he told me, like, hey, we got this chick over here hemmed up. So I'm sure that was one of the errands, that they had to figure out when they was, trying to collect their things and say goodbye to everybody. Hey, Monique, I got a situation I need to handle. I'm pretty sure it was like an off-screen thing, and maybe, they'll kind of tie that in. I would have liked to see a, conversation about it. Yes, but everything don't make it on screen. So we're just going to take it for what it is. Yes, definitely. He called her for that and called from himself too, because he won't be trying to save Denise if he wasn't, invested as well. He has to save Denise, because if not, the whole family goes down. Charles probably get wrapped up in it too, even though, it's an illegal search, but we know how these conspiracies. The Pope. Come on. Denise don't stand a chance if she don't get some help. Yes, Inga girl. I know, boo. I know we just talking. But yes, that was pretty much it. Like they on the way to Atlanta. So we gonna see the other Monique, the real Monique, okay. In Atlanta and a few other people. So I'm definitely excited. Let me know what y'all rate this episode. I'm probably gonna give it like a B plus. And I'm excited. I definitely want to see what episode 5 is going to give. Stars is known for some really good mid-season finales. That's kind of the trend. So we're going to see. I'm not going to have high expectations. I haven't really had any expectations of this season, and they're definitely exceeding it. But we are definitely going to see like what they going to give us. But I'm going to give it a B plus. And also, while y'all giving y'all rating, make sure you're liking this video and doing all the things for your girl, okay? And of course, like I said, I normally do power on Wednesdays, but I wanted to take this time to do my BMF review because, as y'all mostly know, I was under the weather, okay? Still, recuperating, but I had to come in and talk to y'all because, of course, tomorrow night, episode 5, okay? And I can't get too far behind, but episode 5 review will be Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And next Wednesday will be Power Season 4, episode 2. It's getting spicy, Ghosted in Jail. And then I was watching season 2 and saw the previews for season 3. And that's when Terry Silver comes on the screen. And I immediately started getting scratched, y'all. Like, I'm not ready to talk about Terry Silver. I'm not it's a lot, okay? Well, please tune in for Power BMF. Of course, in a few weeks, we're gonna have Snowfall. We're gonna have Bel Air. It's gonna be a good time. So I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me, Inga and DeMarcus. Y'all giving A's. Okay, all right. Seems like y'all enjoyed it. All right. But again, y'all, please enjoy the rest of y'all week. And I will see you on the next one. Toodles.